series aside, Avery. Liquid versus Shopify Rebellion. We heard our panel's thoughts about the draft. How you feeling?
I mean, I got the receipts. So,
and they contested those receipts by saying AUI is kind of a yes man. He always tries to make your ideas work.
Yeah, I mean, what did AUI ever win? You know, what does AUI know compared to our illustrious panel? I guess we're just two crackpots theorizing some crackpot theories right there, Austin.
To learn.
Yes.
Okay. What I thought it sounded pretty good.
I thought it sounded pretty good too.
Can't improve until you make beautiful.
I don't think it's that
with
bad.
A charming
Also, I
personality.
think Synderen was saying teleport to the tower, teleport to the
with
fountain.
A charming personality.
Nobody is.
The fountain's the Chad play.
Yeah.
That's why it's better. It sends a message.
12 branches. Now that's a crackpot theory right there.
I mean, branches.
12 branches to start the day.
Branch is the best item in Dota.
Branch a day keeps the earth spirit away.
That is a lot of branches, though. It's a lot of base damage increase.
Yep.
A lot of trees you can plant, too. You can lock them in a sprout.
Yeah, you sprout them.
That's right. Should have bought a quelling, fool. This bear's about to chain you up, dog.
Wait, check your Discord. Check your Discord. See if AUI.
Yo, AUI.
Yo,
I got
surrounding them with 6 different.
Think about this. Think about this.
Trees.
You go to lane. You each have 6 branches. You just sprout them in. What does he do? 2 rings.
You know, you sprout off the bounty rune so they can't get to it.
That could actually work. Yeah. Anything can work, right? You never know. We'll see if it works out for Nisha.
A long time ago.
I mean, Kezu said this was a completely one-sided pick. I don't think it's as bad as the Ember matchup, but it's got to be pretty bad. I think Alone Druid pretty much dumpsters every Spirit hero. I don't think there's any of them that get out of lane that well. However, my assessment of Lone Druid this patch is pretty low, honestly. There's something about this hero that does not work for me. Okay. He has weird itemization that doesn't seem as powerful as some of the other patches. I mean, your 2 routes are basically Diffusal into the Harpoon build, or like Diffusal Echo into something else. Or there's like the Mom Deso build that we don't see too much anymore. So I'm assuming it's just going to be the Diffusal, which is already queued up by Nisha, into that Echo Saber, potentially Harpoon, potentially Bash or AEC at that point. Like, you have some decent power spikes, but it also feels like if you die once or twice, your game's just kind of over. I have concerns about the scale on this hero, and basically I view him as a very timing-reliant mid that needs to win the lane, which is what Liquid sees here, and you have to play through him. Now, Liquid is a very good Lone Druid team. They understand the hero, and they've put it mid, which I think is almost necessary. I don't think you can run this hero on a side lane because I think the solo levels are just way too necessary. Like, you can, but it's just bad. So this is a setup where you have some of those criteria met, and I think Nisha could pop off, but you're really going to have to play through him if you're Liquid and really abuse the Diffusal timing and really abuse the second item timing. And if Shopify have a fast start, which they have pretty much had this tournament with a lot of their games, it makes that a bit harder because there's a lot of physical that can get pumped into the bear.
And they get a fast start in their off lane with the Dawnbreaker plus Husk, which is a pretty kill-focused duo. Dawnbreaker especially. Really got to put that mana to use to be able to get some kills, and they get a great one in the Gyrocopter. So that's the first blood of the game.
I mean, this has been a surprisingly strong lane for Shopify for a double melee lane, like first double range. In fact, I don't think this is a lane Liquid should die on if they play it perfect. So a little misstep there, because they can always just insta-shove it out with Bond's Flak. And yeah, you can salve up and go for the all-in trade, but that's pretty much the only thing you have to play around. So feeding that kill away is going to be a big deal here as you're going to give some momentum. And if you watch the games earlier, that game that Crit played earlier on Tusk was maybe the best game I've seen from him all year.
He was a monster
that
in
was
that game, yeah.
Just a 1v5 Tuskar performance. So if we see anything like that again, they're just going to be off to the races. And it's a pretty damn good Tuskar game. I think the only thing that really stops him is Dark Willow, because that matchup's just awful. You get rooted. It's big AoE on the outside of the snowball, but otherwise, you're pretty good versus Lone Druid with like tag team physical single target damage. You have a snowball save for the Legion duel. I mean, you're kind of bad versus Warlock, but who cares? And you have physical burst for the gyro.
Had to TP down to the bottom lane because they're making a big dive, and they will get the punish. Beautiful brambles from Boxy that saves Insania's life and gets a double kill for it. Now, Zayt was left alone. I think he got hit by 5 stacks of poison too, but the lane was pushing in, so it's not like he can be punished too badly either.
No, that's hella worth. I don't think you care about this Legion if you're Liquid. An awful Legion game for the Legion itself. This Legion pick is for your other two cores. So he does not need any network.
Oh, an opportunity here, but the kickback didn't quite get him close enough for Crit to be able to land that initial hit that would have slowed him down. And as a result, get very little damage on Nisha.
Still, his mid lane not going too bad for the Earth Spirit. I mean, it's definitely going way better for this Earth Spirit on Abed than like the Ember and some of the Void Spirit matchups we've seen from Nisha in the past, where he just opens up a tremendous lead. I have that to fall back on. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what Zai can contribute in this game. I have my doubts about the Legion efficacy here, but maybe Zai can make it work, even into the quad save lineup with a Warcry.
Big blow up of damage. Zai falls as the first rotation comes down from Abed. Earth Spirit, similar to the Primal Beast, one of the rare mid-heroes that will be willing to rotate out of lane 3 level 6.
That's an important watcher take from Abed there.
Of course.
You need to make sure you click those in the middle of these ganks.
And Mickey, they just had a nice double kill, but now it looks like Mickey and Insania are both going to die and get nothing in return in this bottom lane. Shopify continue their dominance in the static side lanes.
Man, this Dawnbreaker's worked really well for Shopify this tournament. It's pretty much been a go-to first phase, or in that like first 2 or 3 every time. And they just always pretty much do well in lane. Like even the games where they stack them, Saberlight comes back. He's been pretty good about abusing this ultimate. Like global power in the current meta, when there's a lot of heroes that want to make these ganks happen to get extra levels, it's pretty nice having this defensive capability. It means you can stay on lanes longer, you can contest runes, you can contest wisdom runes, whatever it is. So far, it's working out, as Nisha is top of the board, which is where Liquid won him. But the Shopify cores are not too far behind.
Oh, actually ran into the bear there. It's okay. Just kick it away.
Also, I mean, can we take a quick second and talk about the fact he has no bear cosmetic? That can't be legal, right?
What? You're the one who doesn't rock the cosmetic? How are you complaining about somebody else not rocking cosmetics when that's literally your MO?
But that's not even true. I have the panda. Because the bear is a classic one. There's like 5 bear mounts that are amazing. That run none of them. What's wrong with you, man? He's like trying to be edgy or something.
Maybe he's trying to say I'm not a lone Druid player. Which is a mind game in and of itself.
I don't even play this hero, man.
Yeah. That's how good he is. I mean he's this bronze tier lone Druid.
I mean, if you go back to the days where Nisha was on some of those OG teams, not OG, but some of his original teams.
Okay.
He was one of those OG, not OG, but he was one of the OG lone Druid players. You think of that.
Wait, you're talking about OG? I'm talking about those teams. I don't remember him.
I mean, you remember the squad with exotic deer on it?
Yeah. The alternate attacks. What was their name?
I don't remember. That's why I said exotic deer. I mean, he is very good on this hero, though he doesn't play it a lot.
The Elisash was one of the players?
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like Liquid just always has a lone Druid player.
It's, maybe it's in the contract.
True. I mean, you have to be a lone Druid player to play this hero because it's masochistic as hell. They're going to go for the all-in again, but everybody's here.
He will definitely get Insania, but will they get out? They are Fatal Bonded, so this Black Cannon is doing a decent amount of damage, but yeah, they're very tanky. In fact, they're going to pop the Dawnbreaker ultimate and go back into this one. It's dangerous now with a TP coming in from the Legion Commander, looking for a duel. Oh, we got double stun. That might be dangerous for Mickey. Gets the duel up onto the Tusk, finishes him off. Oh no, Arteezy gets caught up in the bramble and will not be able to chase down the gyrocopter.
I don't even know where Arteezy came from, but that did not work out at all. And that is a huge amount of momentum just thrown into Mickey's pocket as he tanked up with double Wraithband Tread already done on this gyrocopter. It's just way too much to punch through. Even had Broom Handle for some extra armor. Like, this gyro was not going down here. It's one of the things about this hero. He is beefy in the early game. And, you know, I used the word ambitious last game. This is another ambitious play from Shopify's. They're just on low resources on everybody, right?
Yeah. Looks like Arteezy went through the portal and then wrapped around behind the tower for this play. But
this is like doubly rough too, because this is you trying to commit in on the gyro lane to shut him down, which means you're just giving even more space to the lone Druid here. which is potentially the real threat.
Looks like the last takes of Magnetize will bring down Boxy. And he actually managed to rep it up while you're on Mickey, so they can go for the dive. No saves this time around.
Just all went through the portal again.
Yeah, just keep jamming it. Eventually you'll get it. Beautiful shards. Blocks out the bear. Very crucially, might be able to save Saberlight's life as a result. He gets one hammer to go into the Roshan pit, but there's no Roshan there.
Oh, the juke.
He sneaks away.
Is he out?
He's got a Diffusal Blade. He will certainly be able to get the slowdown here, but maybe Crit can body block the bear enough that it works.
Sacrifices his own life.
He gets entangled up. The hammer pullback is going to slow down the bear, but if he gets another entangle, probably Crit dies. Another Diffusal Blade, another inhibit.
This is a lot of time, though, and you didn't even get the core. And he's just happy about that, I guess. Not as smooth as he would have liked, and you're not taking the towers, though the golem is taking the tower. Well, didn't get the tower.
Technically, Abed takes the tower.
Yeah, I mean, Hobbit's too good. What can you do? Nonetheless, Liquid having a pretty good early game here means they've been able to stack triangle a lot as well, which is going to accelerate this gyrocopter in a pretty decent position here. And their other two cores got a lot of space because all the skirmishing was happening bottom. So you even have decent net worth on the Legion, who pretty much got sacked.
Wonder why he tipped Mickey at that moment. That's all I can tell is Mickey's just farming away neutrals.
The first duel.
Dawnbreaker ultimate will make that duel. I mean, they talked about it on the panel. This is not a fun Legion Commander game. It is pretty terrible. You said it's quite bad as well.
Honestly, do you even level duel in this game? I know that, you know, crackpot theory time, but honestly, I don't even know if I would skill duel. Just
he
go
already
extra.
dueled the Tusk when they dove bottom and got a duel win there, so I would say it was worth it, but
whatever.
I see what you're saying, that overall,
it's about the principle, you know?
Sure. Bye-bye, Lone Druid.
Okay,
That was a fast move from Shopify. They brought 4 heroes behind him and quickly executed a 5-man gank.
He did get his ult off, though. Actually, he didn't get it. Wait, what?
Okay, so
he didn't complete it.
Yeah, if you don't complete it, it doesn't go on cooldown.
I thought he completed it, though, but I guess he died so fast.
He was midway through the transformation. He was caught in some hellish transformation of half man, half bear.
In the air. They should have killed him slower.
That's
pretty big throw, to be honest.
When did Shopify Rebellion throw last?
Bottom lane, 11 minutes. Mickey's going to try and clear through the Ancients with some Bond's help. See how much of it he gets and how much Insania snacks.
Yeah, that is the thing about Fatal Bonds. You actually do take a lot of the last hits away like that. Just 100+ gold away from Mickey.
Just throwing his face into a right click. It wasn't even like an accidental. He's just like, mine. Later, nerd. Good luck with your farm rate.
Inhibit into the Bramble, fly. Trying to save him. The hammer is out, but it's going to get pulled back before the fear is done, so no chance to get any distance away from Team Liquid.
By the way, all that fighting bottom plus the Ancient stealing, this Warlock is yoked.
Yeah.
Like, he is 4K net worth, full Solar Crest done. This hero farms a lot more than he used to.
Oh, we got him on the duel, but he still got the roll. That'll make things a little bit awkward. They are lacking in the damage, clearly.
What? What?
Must have thought that Solar Crest was going to do a lot
even
more than it
Abed's
did.
chuckling about that one. A lot of ambition in this series. a lot of plays.
No. I'm going to give it this eye, okay?
What?
That was a situation where the duel couldn't get turned around. So you have to use it. Because every other duel, he's going to get rolled on by an Earth Spirit.
I know, but why did they rock him? Like, clearly there was...
Because Insania is a big Queen fan.
Okay, we're not going to go there. But, I mean, you can farm with the golem. Honestly, farming with the golem's not bad. Like, level 1 golem's pretty trash.
Yeah.
There's a world where you can theoretically cast a spell off cooldown, and it's kind of worth it.
Yeah, there's the Midas.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
Midas is...
This is where the net worth comes in. He's just going to Midas. He should have gone Midas first. He would have had both.
Should have. 100%.
Instead of taking more Ancients. He's the real carry. Another great shards block. All been on point from Crit, who has favored this Medallion in a Blink build just to amp up the physical. I mean, Medallion's pretty great when you have these physical-oriented burst lineups.
Fly, the Shadow Realm. Oh, he's thinking about terrorizing for it, but Fly's gonna get it away from him. Oh.
They got worse outside of the dual damage.
Yeah, there is dual damage for him, but who cares?
I mean, yeah, but he could have had an extra moment of courage level here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
You know, I'm retroactively beginning to regret agreeing with your
top tower.
teleport earn take.
We'll see what AUI says after this game.
That AUI regrets.
Real leader of the pack, though, Arteezy, he gets to clear through a lot of his side of the map, and he's level 12. He is far ahead of this Gyro, who has had a tremendous game here. That says something. He has just favored his acceleration over trying to make any more crazy plays after the bottom gank, which I agree with. And it looks like the Blink is back on the menu. So I guess Arteezy was tuning in during that draft and listening to Papa Fear, and he's decided that, well, the old man knows some tricks after all.
He knows some things about carrying a game or two. Had to carry Arteezy for a while.
We don't like to talk about those teams. Ooh, big kick.
Big smoke.
He's not buying the Midas. Wow. Why is he not? You get the charge rolling immediately.
Maybe he's not sure he wants to buy it.
Yeah, but the more he thinks about it, that's wasted value.
See,
He decided
now
not
it's
to.
going Octarine.
Oh my god.
There is such a thing as too much greed.
Is there? They're just gonna ramp it up. I mean, early blink for the Sven. No Midas on the Earth Spirit. I expect them to just start smoking and entering Liquid's territory and taking the fight to them. That's kind of where their lineup shines up, right? Like with the Warlock, Willow. These are two supports who are great at taking defensive-oriented fights where you go into all their AoE.
Yeah, if you go on Gyrocopter, you get a Terrorize off, and then you're upheavaled. You create your gap.
You're gone. Like, you are absolutely gone, and these saves aren't going to do anything for you in an aggressive go. I think Liquid are pretty happy if Shopify end up going into them right now. Though it does kind of hurt the lone Druid's game progression. This is where this hero feels a little off for me in the meta. Because it's like, what is Nisha really doing it right now in the game, right? And he's farming, he's scaling. He doesn't, it's not that he feels terrible, but this isn't like some of those old patches where Lone Druid where he destroys the mid in the matchup, takes the mid tower, takes the top tower, you get a 15-minute Roshan, so then you're going high ground at like 22.
Got the duel.
Okay,
Disruption is coming in from Fly, and the Dawnbreaker ultimate is going to be used now. It does set him up for a Golem. Potential upheaval to hold him in place. No, Arteezy immediately going to pounce onto Insania. They'll kill the two supports and leave Zai for last. Maybe a kill, though, on the Dawnbreaker. Both the Bear and the Golem come together to get a 2-for-3 exchange. Still to the favor of Shopify Rebellion, though.
I mean, that kill kind of salvaged it a bit for Liquid, but this still feels like a game where whoever jumps first is probably just going to all die.
Yeah.
If you jump on Liquid, there's 10 saves on Shopify side. I mean, you're just going to get turned around on. You're giving free jump to Sven with the early blink. Maybe they didn't expect the early blink.
So what you're saying is I should go Eon Disc.
Or, you know, do you just go Midas's and then go into you?
Or Midas.
But this kill from Nisha really, I guess, evens it out a bit as... well, Insania actually took it. Man, Insania is really chaosing a lot in this game. Better pay it off at some point.
What's this? He's at 5,400 net worth.
He's cruising, man. He's going the Midas. Insania knows what's up. Like, this game's gonna go some distance here. There's too many carries in this game.
Roshan time. Kind of curious. Shopify, despite that top fight going okay, I guess they use God Strength and Donald. Those are still on cooldown, so Liquid's gonna try and take advantage of that timing.
Advantage of the Lone Druid tempo. I mean, if you don't have God Strength, you're not fighting in this game.
Yeah.
It seems really hard. Unless you get really late, Earth Spirit can pick up some of the slack. Which could be a factor here, too. I mean, Earth Spirit is a ridiculous hero, and I feel like the thing that makes him ridiculous is the late game. This hero's just an absolute beast. You get him to the final.
How long is Nisha gonna keep those extra branches?
I mean, they're just pure value. What do you mean? Keep them forever until you...
Branches in his backpack aren't very value.
Well, he can still go for the Sprout play.
Oh, of course. All right. Forgot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shopify still looking for initiation here. They just don't have the Tuskar blink. This game has not been as fast for crit as the one earlier in the day, where he was just ganking all 3 lanes. This game has slowed down, and it's prevented him getting there. And now all of a sudden you're going to have to rely on the Sven, and it's going to have to be a jump from Artur here.
They'll catch Insania. That's going to be an easy pickup, but Liquid 2 still kind of have a high ground advantage here. Zai diving in, Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in though. Still hasn't used the duel. The roll in from Abed. He immediately gets hit by a bit of a fear. Now the Terrorize going to go out. It's only Arteezy with the BKB who can keep swinging, and Saberlight comes out of the disruption with a beautiful swing of the hammer. Mickey going to be chased down by the snowball. Crit catches him as well. Abed rolls on the last member, and it's going to be Nisha. Standing alone in his bear form, not even a bear alive to help him.
What a bizarre fight. I mean, Shopify just jammed it in and it worked out basically. Too tanky for Liquid to turn around, and especially when the Warlock goes down first. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I don't know if that should have been a signal to get out for Liquid. Maybe they felt like they had more damage, but they really did not into this Warcry, into Dawn ult. These are some tanky frontline boys here between, I mean, basically 3 strength frontliners and a Tuskar to back it up. You're just all clumped here. What you wouldn't do for a Bonds Golem right here, right? I mean, that would bring it all together. And Arteezy just stands his ground, fights the bear. The physical damage is overwhelming. At this point, you're just dead on both carries.
Yeah, so this was not just a team wipe. They killed the bear as well for an extra 300 gold, so...
And that was his Aegis. He didn't even resummon here. He just knows he's dead.
6 kills and a bear.
That's 7 kills.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not too shabby. Back into real time where they are taking the Tormentor on their side. And Liquid are trying to make some moves while there is cooldowns up. They're going to blink forward, get the Shadow Demon kill. Nice pickup there. Saberlight is actually doing a lot of damage to himself with the Blade Mail, but he feels like he can fight through because they're behind their own tier 2 tower. Surely they can win a fight there.
What a strange play. I think like they're laughing at it because I think they view it the same way. Like, what is Zai doing here?
Making moves.
I know, but what is it? It's just such a strange move because
he's pretty much giving away his life.
I just don't know what it achieves on the map, right? Like normally in Dota, you want to make kills and moves that help you achieve either map control or objectives or progress your game. This type of kill, the only way I see it being good is if you just find the Sven and kill the Sven, and you're like slowing down his rate of farm compared to your 2 other carries. But no matter who else he finds there, you're going to trade it out and die there. But it doesn't really create anything, right? You're not taking over their side of the map. If anything, you're just giving them a window to go back to yours.
Infinite scaling damage.
I mean, I guess you get dual damage. That's true. Dual damage is quite good. Now I found the Warlock again. It's a free-for-all now. No damage.
Got the silence on a Boxy. Couple of swings will finish him up. Not quite enough. Maybe the Magnus Kai's
they fought.
it.
They got to kite out this Warlock.
Oh, they got the duel onto the Sven. Now the disruption's going to go down, but this gives an opportunity for the supports to hit their big ultimates. The Terrorize, then the Golem, both being laid down on top of the Fatal Bonds. But Arteezy maybe can still fight through this one.
It's too big.
Tearing through
Too
that
bad.
Nisha Bear. They cannot do enough damage. Mickey trying to keep his distance. He won't be able to do so. The Bear comes back in for the play. Does manage to finish off Arteezy, but in a 2v1, Nisha, Abed, Saberlight. Oh, they're trying to run away. The Bramble's going to catch him. Saberlight's not going to make it out of here. Abed looking for an opportunity still, but didn't realize they had vision on the high ground. Gets hit by a Cursed Crown. Can they get in front of the boulder? They do not. They hit him with fear, though. The inhibit, now they can surround him. So Abed very likely to die as well here. Trying to get a roll.
He's trying to get on the edge.
At the same time, get on the edge. Does manage to get the roll away.
Abed, God. Just can't touch this man. 10-0. Putting on a show, and I mean, you have bought both supports here for Liquid, and you barely come out even in that exchange. Arteezy just sits there and it's chunking everybody. There's not really an answer for this Sven other than man fighting him with the bear. And the thing is, he's hitting the bear, he's cleaving off the bear. It's kind of a danger zone. Again, the duel from Zai, it starts the fight, you lock him in, you get your support ults off, but the duel itself is not doing anything because there's just too many saves. Of course, the disruption can now go through BKB as well. That's pretty damn nice here. Not always a thing that you used to have going for you.
Yeah.
It's going to push Abed up to the top of the charts. This Earth Spirit is getting terrifying. They don't really have a clear answer for him. There's not great lockdown on the side of Liquid because the duel is not reliable here. It's pretty much just the bear. Perma rooting him down. Arcane Rune.
Arcane Rune plus
Sure.
Octarine.
Give it to him.
I mean, he deserves it after that last getaway.
You do complete the Basher for Nisha, so there's some extra lockdown. Maybe it buys you enough time to kill one of these cores in the middle of the fight. But it feels like you kind of need to get to the next item here too, which I guess is going to be AC, right? I don't really know what else it would be. I mean, you can finish up Harpoon, but I don't think it's doing much for you when all these heroes are just sitting there. It's Wraith Bands as well, yeah. Extra armor, not bad. Damn, did Shopify get a lot out of this last 5 minutes, and they're still hunting, they're still looking.
The fear. Much needed.
It's a good bond.
Oh, we actually went for the duel. That is bold. He died in an instant. Arteezy puts Zai down quick and clean. And now the Dawnbreaker ultimate's going to go off just on the edge of the shard, but they still get the kill anyway on Insania. Diving in to make sure that Bloxy dies as well. Nisha, he managed to get off his Druid form. That is going to make him a little bit tankier, but it doesn't take that long for Arteezy to bring him down. Now Mickey, 1 versus 4 behind his tier 3, and he just doesn't stand a chance. Shopify Rebellion are quite literally rolling over Team Liquid.
They just go. This team, they are playing so different than we've seen a lot. I know we keep saying that, but even this type of fight, they just have God's Strength, they just jump. They just found Nisha in the bottom lane, make it look easy here with the damage numbers. Sloan Druid, he can survive, but he's not outputting anything back. He loses his bear again there right before he dies. Extra gold in the Shopify's pocket. I mean, what are you comboing with these bonds? It was another 3-man bonds, but into what? And the duels, man. That's why you shouldn't have leveled it.
It's a bait.
It's a extremely double-edged sword this game. In fact, that was dual damage for the one hero you do not want to be giving dual damage to in this game, Mr. Sven, as well as Dawnbreaker here. Both have 28, in fact. Yeah, Shopify have more dual damage. I told you he shouldn't have leveled it. I told you he shouldn't have leveled dual. They literally have more dual damage than he does.
56 to 48.
Why does nobody listen to the crackpot theories? Sometimes they work out, man. You shouldn't have skilled it. You should have just gone stats.
You should start your own show.
Getting sick and tired of this panel. Shitting on my ideas.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You mean the Alex Jones of Dota2?
That's a dangerous claim right there. There's a rough time. He's going to go for another
Zai's
duel.
gonna go for the duel. Immediate snowball pick
Okay,
up.
you got to get something after this.
Terrorize on the 2 of them as they come out of the snowball. Abed managed to roll away. Crit not so lucky, but he does get another disruption to be able to bail him out. Oh, and now comes the Sven, and he's cleaving through them all. This fight is pretty much already over. Yeah, they're going to get the kill on Nisha. Mickey doesn't stand a chance. GG.
Later. Artur turns it up a notch in game 2, buys the blink, and it's a very different game as they just roll through him in the fights. Nobody can stand their ground versus